New year, new me. That is a statement that we hear every new year. So basically, the idea here that people tend to believe that every new year they need to become a better version of themselves. And for that, they write new resolutions. So to do that, they take a pen and a paper. It could also be a journal, and they start writing down what they have as wishes, desires, or even goals. Basically, the new version of themselves for that year, right? But the issue here is when it comes to reflecting on what they achieved within that year in comparison to what they planned. So basically, reflecting and comparing what the outcome of the year and their resolution, and they realize that it's far from what they planned. And if you've been in that situation for many times, not only once, but several times, you probably ended up concluding that the idea of writing your resolution does not really work. If that is your situation, then stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome to Let's Grow Together Afro. My name is David Bisimu Murabazi. I'm a fourth year student in logistics and supply chain management. I'm also an entrepreneur in Africa. So on this channel we share experiences in order to contribute to the growth of the African youth, because we believe that as youth we have a lot of potential that needs to be explored. Though we share topics related to personal growth, culture growth, as well as business related topics. So if that's something that really interests you, then stay tuned. So as I stated in the introduction of this video, if you've encountered a situation whereby you just realize that the resolution thing does not really work, then through this video, I believe you'll be able to learn a few things, tips that you need to apply in order to really start seeing changes, okay? Far from me the idea of telling people that they shouldn't be writing resolution. I believe that that's a great thing, especially considering the fact that I always encourage people to have plans. A resolution or New Year resolution is one of the things, right? So the issue isn't really the resolution itself, because actually there are some advantages that go with it. For instance, one of the things about it is that it keeps you motivated, right? With having a resolution, you're motivated because you're enthusiastic with the idea of achieving what you set as goal. Secondly, it also allows you to track your progress, right? But despite the fact that I mentioned those two advantages of a resolution, people still struggle to achieve what they set as goals, okay? And through this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you're unable to achieve what you set as goals and what you could apply as tip if you really want to see changes, okay? Without wasting time, we're going to dive deep into the topic, but I'm going to kindly ask you to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and activate the notification bell to not miss out any of our upcoming videos. So let's dive into it. So the first reason why you're unable to achieve what you set as goals is basically because it's all a matter of decision making, okay? You haven't really decided that you really want to change. Because from the moment you really decide that you want to change, trust me, you will change, okay? Just to give you an example of somebody in a relationship, okay? If you're in a relationship with somebody and your partner maybe is tired of one of your character, you love each other, but there is this behavior of yours that you keep on showing and the person is just tired of it, okay? And it goes to a point where he or she decides that she will leave if you do not really change. So an ultimatum: if you don't change, I'm gonna leave. Trust me, if you love this person, for sure you will change. You will change, and that no matter how hard it was for you to change, okay? Why that? Because you decided that you don't want to lose that person. You decided to change to not lose that person. The same applies to your goals and resolutions. You're still in the same situation because you're in your comfort zone. You're still okay with that. There's no pressure behind you. I remember the same thing happened to me, at least something related to decision making, at the start of this year, okay? So I had as one of my goals to change my job. I wanted to change my job to do something related to my studies, okay? But it's something that I've been having in the back of my head for a good time, okay? But I never made the decision of really changing. I was still searching for jobs out there, but yeah, the outcome wasn't really that positive, okay? Until a friend of mine, who also works in the same company as where I used to work back then, got fired. He got fired because of the situation that I'm also into. Basically, he is an international student, and as an international student, one of the barriers that we have is the fact that we can only work for 16 hours, and for us to be employed, our employer needs you to apply for a work permit, and the company wanted people who had more flexible working hours. So I knew that it was also something that concerned me. From that moment on, I decided to start searching for a job. And trust me, within one month time, I was able to find a job which was even way better compared to what I had back then. Okay, so it's all a matter of decision. From the moment you really decide to change, you'll see the changes. The second reason why you're unable to achieve what you set as goals is basically because of procrastination. Procrastination is one of the biggest barriers, especially for somebody who is aiming for success, and that applies to your resolutions as well. So what happened here is that you keep on postponing, sending things that you need to do now for later. Okay, you need to go to the gym, you say you go another day. This is something that really used to happen to me, to be honest, especially in the winter. Coming from school, I have to go to the gym. I plan to go to the gym. I look outside, I see that it's raining. I'm like, yeah, it's raining. I'm gonna go tomorrow. After all, it's just gym. Then tomorrow it's also raining. I'll say, yeah, I'll go the day after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow is snowing. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna go in the snow. I'll go the day after tomorrow. And then I'll end up spending a whole month without going to the gym. Okay, the same happens with your goals as well. If you keep on procrastinating, you end up not achieving them. Let's say if I wanted to gain muscles, or let's say to lose weight, in that case I'll be unable to do that because I've been procrastinating, sending things that I need to do for later. Instead of going to the gym now, because despite the fact that it's raining, I'll send it for another day, and another day it's also raining, something pops up, and then it happens that I don't do it. I end up not doing it. So an advice or a tip that I will give you is a 3-second principle. Okay, basically what happened here, that whenever you know that you need to do something, whenever you remember that, let's say you need to clean up your room, just do it within that 3 upcoming seconds. Okay, this is something that really happens with me with SMS. If I receive a message from somebody and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to reply later, in most cases I end up not replying. But if I decide to reply, it saves me a lot of time, and then I ensure that, okay, I'm not in conflict with anybody. Nobody's not gonna call me and tell me, David, I sent you a message, you never replied. Why? Basically, I saw it and I thought that I replied, but I never replied. So apply the 3-second principle if you really want to fight against procrastination. Do the thing that you need to do in the next 3 seconds from the moment you remember it. Okay. The third reason why you're unable to achieve what you set as goals basically is because of your friends and environment. For those people who know the quotes, tell me who your friends are, I will tell you who you are. They will know why this is one of the barriers. You can't be hanging out with people who barely talk about future, but rather focus on things that aren't really that important. Okay, we are young people. Okay, I know that the topic of boys, girls is something that common among young people. Okay, it's a normal thing, right? But if you have friends who only talk about this all day long and nothing else, and you have as maybe one of your resolutions to start a business, okay, or maybe to start reading books, or I don't know, basically something which is more contributive to your future, okay? Trust me, those friends will not be helping you in achieving that. 3 things would happen, right? The first thing that would happen is that they will keep your light down. Why? Because they simply don't see things the way you see them. You have different perspective of things, okay? I remember back then I had a friend who, when I was telling him that I wanted to start new businesses, okay, I want to launch myself in business, and I was telling him what I wanted to do, he was making mockery of me actually, and he was telling me that what I was doing was rubbish. I remember it's really hard that time, and I actually realized that I didn't really have a friend, or basically he wasn't actually the right friend that I needed to have, especially for what I wanted to become, right? But 3 years later, I'm still in the same sector, making money. And whenever I need something, I use the money from my business to cover some costs and desires that I have here. Okay, so that one of the things. So they'll keep your lighting down. The second thing that could also happen is that they will distract you from focusing on your goals. Let's say you want to start a new business, right? Maybe you open a shop or whatever. And for that, you need to start saving money. So if you have friends who lavishly spend money, it could be spending money on shopping, fooding, restaurant, traveling, and stuff like that, you'll be unable to save for your business. Okay, and this is one of the barriers. The third reason that could happen, but this happens mostly in people from my community, is that you could be a danger for them. They'll start seeing you like a danger. How come this guy that we grew up together with, he's already thinking differently from us? He wants to become better than us. And in some cases, they might even want to finish you. You get? So an advice I can give you is something that I got from my mentor. Run away from poor people this year, okay? I'm not referring to people who have nothing, okay? I'm referring to people who cannot contribute to something meaningful to your life, okay? To your progress. Maybe thinking intellectually with you, providing, maybe brainstorming with you, or giving you valuable advices that can help you progress in life. If you don't have such kind of friends, just put them aside. Put them aside. Those are not going to help you in achieving what you set as goals or resolution this year. The fourth reason why you're unable to achieve what you set as resolution is basically the lack of accountability. Okay, lack of accountability in the sense of you need somebody that you could be accountable to, okay, with regard to what you set as goals. And advice that I will give you here is basically when you're writing your new resolution, okay, do it with, it could be a friend, your parents, it could also be a partner, maybe a girlfriend, a boyfriend, or a wife or a husband, right? You two, you should write your own individual resolutions. You share it with each other and you accept that you will be accountable, okay, to each other, right? That will help you actually, especially if somebody who has a high esteem in you and somebody who trusts you, it will put a bit of pressure on you, and that pressure will allow you actually to keep on going and to not give up on what you set as goals, okay? So lack of specification. If you set a goal where you're saying I want to start saving money every month, that's quite vague, right? What you need to do, instead of simply saying yeah you want to start saving money every month, you need to be more specific. I want to be saving 500 euros every month, for instance, okay? That actually makes it more realistic. The fact that your goals are more specific, especially also time bound, you will say okay, I want to be saving 500 euros every month. It's time bound, right? So it's timed within the time period of within a period of 1 month, right? That makes it more realistic. Okay, it gives you the idea of you pursuing something which is more realistic, more achievable. Okay, in terms of over ambitious, okay, I know, and they always say whatever somebody think, whatever human think is achievable, but at the same time, don't fall in the trap of over ambitiousness, okay? Because the spirit of New Year can actually push you to set resolutions or goals that are way beyond realistic reach, okay? So you need to be extremely careful with this. Ask yourself whether the thing that you set as goal is really achievable. Consider the feasibility of those goals, because otherwise, if you don't really do this, what would happen is that you will set goals and then you realize after a specific period of time that you're unable to achieve it and you gave up. But if they were realistic goals, actually, you'll keep on going. You'll track your progress, basically, okay? That was it for today, guys. Thank you for watching me till the end of the video. If you learned something through this video, please don't forget to leave a like, okay, subscribe to the YouTube channel and activate the notification bell. Of course, you can also share your ideas. We'd like to read from you, so don't hesitate to leave a comment so that we can all learn from you, okay? So for the rest, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Take care of you. Bye bye.